story and get things started in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tootin. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Mustangs offense takes the field for the first time today. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense. They're going to make sure he gets a lot of touches, whether he's open or whether he's open, because he's always open.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice catch by the big tight end. Nice job holding on to the football, getting the first down. But I tell you what, I love the physicality by the defense. I love how they're making him pay every time he catches the football. Later on, he might be less likely to want to reach his arms out there and try to catch that thing.
The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll try to pop the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Mustangs will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll bring it back. It's Smith. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So Clemson's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
Mike just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years. Clemson was sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
Got a man. It's Moffitt. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Clemson set up with another first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And his throw is incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Clemson!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Trying to get to him.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
They'll turn to Martinez. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Mustangs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. Clemson jumps to the line.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the chance.
Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pressure coming. The sweet feet buy a little time. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Clemson is quick to the line.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They want to throw it. To the end zone, and is picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. On the move at the 30. The expressway is wide open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out. It commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back. And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll run it from the gun. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Allen. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
First down for this offense.
It's another first down for the offense.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the 3rd snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. On 3rd down, going up top. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. And the Mustangs will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return, it's Smith. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Sends it downfield. He's got it on the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they can...
He's loose. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's a first down for the offense.
They're going to throw it again. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the left. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Clemson. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
On third down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Mustangs send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Fires one high and deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Looking to pass on second down. He's right on target.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he intercepts it. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Martinez on the carry. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And that pass intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tigers.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And 3rd and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
He gets a block. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Clemson. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Clemson 42, SMU 7.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Mustangs decide to punt it away. Slips through the line. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Clemson.
He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Touchdown, Clemson.
The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So, it's so tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Kennesaw State has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Middle Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Just feeds the running back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Running it back, it's Smith. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Tipped ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. They're trying to get to him. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Clemson jumps to the line. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone, it's Tootin. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They think there's room to run to the right here. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will.
Coming out with it, it's Maddox. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Power football with the run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to run for it. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to go deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Clemson is quick to the line.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Now adjusting. Going back to the well, another deep ball. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
To the ground with the back. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. 2 interceptions already for this linebacker. Unbelievable job understanding passing situation, how to get passing lanes, how to get his 2nd pick. Dude, he's going to the sidelines, bragging to the DBs. I got way more picks than you do.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Split backs here. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Man, they needed that one, and that took every bit of concentration by the wide receiver there. That was awesome. Big 3rd down. You got to make the catch, but you got to make sure you stay in bounds. And he did a really good job of securing that and keeping the chains moving.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Putting together a nice drive. Couple of first downs in the books. Now 1st and 10 from the 44. He's got his man.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Complete. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Dances away from the heat. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
Well, just a really nice job there on that 3rd down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Oh, and the attempt is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet.
56,
He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The offense set for a 1st down play. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Finds the tight end. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to the ground game on the left. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Clemson jumps to the line. Off play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the ball's out and they're after it. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's off to the races. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. He'll come out throwing on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Offense getting set for first down. He's got it down the middle. And more yards after contact. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He's looking to throw it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Get set. Get set.
Wants to throw on first down. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Feeling some heat. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This field goal attempt is going to be an even 50-yarder. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. The give out of the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
SMU 13.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll run it to the right. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on second down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's got him in the flat. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, trying to get behind the defense. And he makes the catch inside the 15. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
First and goal, Clemson.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Getting some heat. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete. Third and goal coming up here. They keep attacking through the air. Extending the play. He got it! And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The offense trying to find a way on fourth and goal from the 2. They're bringing heat. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Fires into traffic, picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. First down here for the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tigers want to crank the tempo.
That's a first down for the offense.
To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Etienne. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He uncorks one deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Takes it from the gun on third down. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Clemson. And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Southern Miss answered the bell away from Roberts Stadium today with an impressive victory. The Golden Eagles knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him. After the big pass play. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Trying to slam in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
From the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He was hoping for that interception return for the touchdown, but he's brought down at the 27.
The offense starts with a short field.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. Got enough space. Touchdown, Tigers. And the pummeling has started. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really give.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense will take a timeout, 25 seconds left to play. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Mustangs will send out the punt unit. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going for it all. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He'll take another shot here. Picked off. Trying to take it back. Smashes through. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.